Hi everybody, how you doing today? Well, I'm here to do another Get Ready with me and highlight a product that I just picked up the other day. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Cherie and I'm a pro makeup artist and I'm just doing a Get Ready with me today. So I already have my skincare on, so I'm just going to go ahead and if you have any questions, pop them down in the box below, hit the notification bell, and let's get to it. So how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. So I have my primer on just because it's really warm outside today. I'm going to be out and about with my dogs, so I just want everything locked in. So I'm going to take my Ben Nye color wheel. I'm going to take my concealer brush. I'm just going in with the green gray color to counteract any redness that I've got. I've got a little redness around the nose. And I always do this before my foundation. I just want to cover up all the really red parts. I don't have a lot of redness, but a little bit. I have some spots I want to try to cover. This Ben Nye wheel is great. It's got quite a few different colors, so it's got a brightener, it's got some contour, and it's got some concealer shades. I use it on clients, multi-different skin tones. It's great. I will be using some drugstore as well, just to show you that there are good, affordable drugstore options out there. And yes, I'm doing a little green under the eyes just because my eyes sometimes have a little redness. I'll go over with concealer. So for those that were questioning me about the state of my mom, I appreciate all your well wishes. My mom's out of the hospital. She's been out of the hospital for a little while now. She's getting the care that she needs. She's getting in-home care. She's getting regular checkups. And me and the puppy are going to see her today. So it's been a little bit because I've been busy with my own business and with my other job. I've had quite a bit going on, but we're going to make the trip to Guelph today. So I can't wait to see Mommy. It's been a while. So there's all my redness done. Now I am going to go in with a foundation that I found that I didn't think could compete with my NARS. So this is the NARS that I had. Pardon the dirty lid. The pumps are awful on these things. I love NARS, but guys, you got to fix the pumps because they get everywhere. This is the light reflecting one. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It is fantastic. But if you want a cheaper alternative, I picked up the Revlon Skin Caring Foundation. It's got the squalene in it, which is great for your skin. And this is Skin Caring Foundation, and it's almost a dupe for the NARS. So I'm just gonna pop that on. I only use like just a pump, just one pump. That's all you need. And I just put it on my finger. I don't drip it all over my face. I just put it on my finger. So that's all I need. Just a little there. And sometimes even that's a little bit much. I like rubbing it in with my fingers because it gets in all the nooks and crannies. I'm not 20 anymore. I just turned 55. And I'm just going to rub it in. Make sure I get it all blended. Then I'll go over it with a brush. But see that? Ah, it's so beautiful. It's got a really nice light finish. It's not heavy and it's got a really beautiful glow. I'm not one for putting a lot of highlighter, things like that. I would rather just have glowing skin without. My skin has a tendency to be dry, so this really helps. It's great foundation. I'm really impressed. Revlon, yay, you did it. And it just provides such a gorgeous, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but see that glow? It's beautiful. Beautiful. Make sure you put it down your neck and a little bit on your ears too, just so it's completely cohesive. I don't use beauty blenders. I think they get really gross. I think they harbor a lot of bacteria. I like a brush and I like my fingers. Doing it old school today. So then I'm going to take my brush. Which one is this? This is the e.l.f. one. This one's great. And I'm just going to go over it. Blend it all. If I have a tendency to sniffle, it's because my allergies are in full bloom right now. Okay. And then I like to put a little bit of setting spray on it. This is the Aven. It's amazing. I just put a little bit on the brush and I'll just kind of set it a little bit. I'm not doing anything fancy today. Just going out and about. This is the way I do my makeup. I'm not telling anybody to do it like me. I'm just telling you what I do, what works for me. If it works for you, go do it. Okay, so that's done. I just love this foundation. It's hard to see with my light. Let's try a different light. Well, it's beautiful anyway. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my other concealer brush. I'm going to do, no, I'm not going to. Yeah, I am going to. I have a myriad of products here. So I'm going to go in with the color wheel again. I'm going to do this beige color here. I'm just going to conceal a bit of darkness on the inside and blend it out. I'm using tapping motions because I don't want to drag the product under my eye. It's hard to see on camera with this light, unfortunately. I apologize. But I do have darkness on the inner corners that is really hard to conceal. So I have to do it in light layers. And then I'll just go over the parts that I did with the green, gray color. Conceal again. Just some little spots. I'm gonna kind of tuck away. This mark here is from my glasses. There's not one pair of glasses that I have had that has not left marks on my nose. If you guys know of a solution for that, that would be fantastic. Every pair I have just digs into my nose. Fantastic. Okay, so that's all concealed, ready to go. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use my e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. e.l.f., you guys have really stepped up your game lately. The products that they're coming out with, fantastic. And the price point, you can't beat it. So I am going to take my powder brush. Just going to dip into a little bit of the Halo Glow powder, tap it off. Basically just setting under my eyes and my T-zone. I want the rest of it to still have a glow. Yeah. Set. Now, I may do my stuff in a different order than most people, but that's just me. I kind of bounce all over the place. So now I'm going to take the Pixie. Pixie has just come out with some really good bronzers and blushes. So this is the On the Glow Bronze, and I believe it is in the shade Soft Glow. So it's a stick. Just roll it up. I'm just going to put it here. It's so light and soft. There's a few different shades. There's darker ones. There's warmer ones. I just like the convenience of a stick. Gorgeous. I am obsessed with these. I'm going to take my foundation brush just because I can blend it in with whatever foundation is left on it. Just blend it in. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Obviously my tummy is hungry. Sorry for that. Okay, so that's beautiful. Now I am going to premiere the new e.l.f. Halo Glow Wands. These came out recently. We just got them in at Shoppers. They're fantastic. They have highlighters, they have blushes, and they have the contour sticks. It's very hard for me to find a contour stick that has the gray tones that you need that mimic the shadows on your face. Most of them are too orange and they look more like bronzers. This is fantastic. This is the contour wand, I believe, in Fair Light. So this was the grayest one that I could find, and it's amazing. So it has a little sponge tippy. I'm just going to mimic my shadow. So my shadow's right there. Gray. Gray. I'm going to do my nose. I'm going to do my jawline because it's kind of saggy and I want to carve it out. I'm going to do a little bit on my chin so I can make it look like one, not two. I'm not going to do my forehead today because I wear bangs all the time and nobody sees it anyway. So see that gray cast? That's what mimics the shadow of your face. So I'm just going to take a blending brush. This one's a Quo brush. They blend so nicely. e.l.f., what's going on? How do you do this at the price point you do? That's what I want to know. Like, you just come out with amazing products after amazing products and they're dirt cheap. I know that they're supposed to mimic another popular brand at a smaller price point. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, e.l.f. People are listening. So I'm just contouring my nose, making that a bit of a shadow, making it appear a little more narrow. And then back with my blending brush, blending upward. So it just looks like my chin is a little more defined. Anything that you put on dark will push light back, will push pieces of your face back. Anything that you brighten or highlight will pull it forward. So you have to be careful and know what you're highlighting and what you're contouring. So you can already see that I have a little bit of contour there. Not a lot. Okay. And I like to powder before I do that because I don't want to powder over my bronze and stuff like that. Okay, so that's done. And yes, I do my face before my eyes because I don't use a lot of shimmer. Now I'm going to go in with, oh, this blush is amazing. Whoops. What is that? This is the NARS liquid blush. Oh, it's in the shade Orgasm, so it's the same as the Iconic powder. It's gorgeous. And it's very light, but it's very pigmented. So I just do it. I don't do it up here because I have a really long face. So I want to do it more here. I know the apples of the cheeks are a blah, 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 no in the beauty world. But for me, it is. It makes me appear more youthful. And it rounds out my face instead of being up here and elongating my face, which is really long to begin with. So I'm just going to put it here, here, and here. Here, here, and here. Is it even? It's very buildable. So if you find that it's too sheer, you can always add another layer. It blends like a dream. And yeah, it's just beautiful. Look at that. I love cream blushes as opposed to powders, especially when you have dry skin like I do. I don't like powders that just kind of sit on my face. I do like the NARS Orgasm powder, and sometimes I'll put it on top of this, but I just love the way that a liquid blush will melt into the skin. A lot of my senior clients, I recommend it because it just looks softer. And this has the light reflecting pigments similar to the Orgasm blush in the powder form. So I don't need highlighter. Like you can see, it's beautiful. I feel pretty, I feel pretty. Okay, done and done. Now, pardon the state of my eyebrows. They're in a state of flux. I really need an eyebrow shaping. They've gotten a little out of control, but I'm going to do what I can to fix these bad boys. I will... What am I using today? I'm going to use the NYX pen because they've never really let me down. This is the Lift and Snatch. Excuse me. It's a brow tint pen. It's in the shade Taupe. These are great because you can do all the individual hairs and it doesn't look like you've just shaded them in. See how great that looks? Instead of just smudging it and filling it in like looks like a marker. This one, I don't like this brow, but my brows and I have a love-hate relationship. It's just the way it is. Okay, so then I'm going to take my brow brush Smooth it all out. Now, for any of the younger audience that's watching, I'm 55 years old, so I will not be doing my makeup like you youngsters will be doing it. I'm doing it the way it should look on a 55-year-old woman. It's just the way it is. There's different ways you can do makeup according to your age, and if you're 20, you can do all the things. I don't do all the things. I just do enough to have a subtle, mature glow. Okay, so brows are done. They're as good as they're gonna get. I'm just gonna cover them up anyway. So what are we on to next? Actually, I'm gonna give my face a little bit of a spray. We'll melt all that in together. So the Aven spray is great because obviously I'm not going to carry that in my bag because it's a huge container. But if you have a setting spray, you can carry it in your bag when it gets hot, when you get, you just feel icky and you want a refresh, especially when it's hot in the summer. And it's been really hot here in Ontario. So I have a spray that I just keep with me, and I might be in the car, I might be sweating. I just want a makeup refresh, and that does the trick. It's amazing. So always keep a can of Aven in your car. Okay, so on to the fun stuff. I'm going to do eyes, and I am going to do, sorry, bear with me here. I am going to do Elf. If I can find Elf. Elf has some great stuff, guys. You know, it may be a cheaper price point, but it's good stuff. All right, so I'm going to do the Elf's Classics. So, nice color stories. And I'm just going to do basically a neutral eye. So I'm going to do probably this in the crease. I'm going to deepen it with this. I'm probably going to do this in the outer corner. And I might do a little bit of gold in the middle. So that's usually my go-to eye look. Okay, so I'm going to take a tapered, fluffy brush. I don't know the name of this brush, but fluffy tapered brush. And I'm going to dip into a crease shade like this one here. Tap it off, always. And I do windshield wiper motions, but I do more tapping motions because I don't want to drag it all over my eye. I want it to sit on my eye. So it's kind of a tapping windshield. I'm keeping everything above this corner, so I'm doing it inwards, not this way. Just so it all lays on top. You want to lift the eye. You don't want to put anything past that mark because what happens is it drags down your lid, and we don't want anything draggy. These shadows are great. They're pigmented. I mean, you have to build them a little bit. I mean, what do you expect? I think that palette was like less than $20, like maybe $15 for that giant palette, Canadian funds. So, I mean, I don't mind building. But their color stories are great. The longevity is great. Oh, I forgot eyeshadow primer. You should always use eyeshadow primer, especially when it's really warm out, but because I wasn't thinking, I didn't put it on. But normally I would put that on, blend it out, let it sit for a bit. Okay. So I always check in my magnifying mirror. I have a magnifying mirror above my camera. So I just like to check and make sure she's even. Okay, so that's the crease. It looks really different, the color on camera. Okay, so then I'm going to take a finer brush. Okay, so I'm going to take like an angle brush like this, and it is clean, it's just stained with a little bit of brown. So I'm going to go in with a slightly deeper color, but not much. And I'm just going to go right into the crease. So the other one was above the crease. This one is just to define the crease. And often I will leave my eye open so I can see exactly where the placement is when my eyes are open. I like these little angle brushes because they mimic the corner of your eye so well that they basically do all the work for you. Still keeping it above that corner. I'm trying to keep this look fairly subtle, the eye look anyway, because I'm going in with a crazy bold lip today. Okay, so you can see that that's the outer crease is deepened. Okay. And I'm going to take that same brush just because I'm going to wash it after I'm done, but it's already got a little bit of that other color on it, and I'm going to go in with just slightly darker. So this guy here. I'm just going to tap the brush lightly on the sides, and I'm just going to put it on the outer corner. So just right there. And bring it in a little bit, but not a lot. Don't worry, I'm not going to blend it yet. So it might look a little messy. I'm going to blend it in a sec. And that brush just fits like right in the hollow, right in the outer V. Just brushing it up a little bit and blending it a little bit in, but I don't want it all the way in. Okay, now I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I'm just going to marry all the shades together without muddying it. I just want to blend the outer corner. Out and up. So you can see it's a lot darker what I see. I guess I'm gonna have to fix my lighting again. Okay. So that's pretty good. Now just for the lid, actually I'm not gonna do the gold because I'm doing a bold lip today, so I might just do this neutral little shimmer here. I'm just putting a little on my finger and just putting it across the lid. So just so it brightens the center. Just gives it a little pop without it being too much. Normally I would do a gold if I was doing, say, a brown or more neutral lid. But I'm not going gold today. I'm doing a bright lip. And then I'm just going to blend it all together. So you can see it looks better where I'm sitting. I need to fix this lighting because you can really see the definition, but I'll post an actual picture of this after, and then maybe in the natural light you'll be able to see it. I have a natural light on my mirror, but it's not coming through. Okay, so I'm going to take a fine detailer brush. I'm going to dip into that darkest shade. It's going to drop shadow. And I'm going to take a smudger brush. Blend that out. Try not to get into my eye. So to all my American friends, want to wish them a happy 4th of July. Celebrate like you do. We just had our birthday in Canada, so it's your turn to celebrate. Hope whatever you guys are doing, you're having a great day. And I'm just going to take that detailer brush and just kind of fill in that outer corner that I missed a little bit. And blender brush again. Okay. Not looking too bad. Now I am going to take just a fluffy flat brush. I'm going to dip into a white, highlight the brow bone. Just make the brow bone pop a little bit. It's not a shimmer. I don't like to use shimmer under there. I mean, if you were, going out or something maybe, but this is daytime. Okay, so that's that. This is the e.l.f. the new classics palette. It's great. Pick it up. Now I'm going to take, and I don't even know what this eyeliner is. It's tiny and it's been well loved, but it's in brown. And I like to line my waterline. Just for a little definition. Sometimes I'll just do the top, sometimes I'll just do the bottom. If I'm going out at night, then I'll do both. And then if I blink really hard, it will transfer up to my upper waterline a bit. So you can see. It's coming together, guys. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. That's the new one with the flat weird brush. So you're supposed to load the lashes on the flat side. I've poked my eyes numerous times, so do be careful. You load it, and then you brush through. Normally, I would use a lash primer because my lashes are pretty non-existent normally. I love using a primer because it really thickens them up, and then you don't need as many coats. But if in a pinch you don't have lash primer, makeup artist tip, take a cotton swab and some baby powder or translucent powder, whatever your powder of choice. just swipe a cotton bud back and forth on your lashes. That will thicken it up as well, the powder. And then if you're using a primer, put one coat of the primer. Lash Paradise has a great one by L'Oreal. Let it dry before you put the mascara on. And when you do mascara, ladies, if you're wondering why it's clumping, I get this question a lot. It's because you're putting multiple coats without letting them dry in between. So let each coat dry, and then you're good to go. Okay, so we'll let that coat dry. And then I'm going to go in with my lips. I don't have a red lip liner right now. I know, it's sad. So I'm just going to go in with the premiere of Kimchi Beauty. We just got these in. It's the High Gloss Balm. It's not transfer proof. It does move around. Don't do the inside of your lips because I wore it yesterday and I had it all over my teeth. But it's a beautiful high gloss shade in the color Apple. Done by Kimchi, who's drag queen. So look at that. Slick, eh? So we're going to give it a go. Wish me luck because this is without liner. Ah! Oh, that shine. See? It's already on my teeth. That's the thing. Ugh. Now with reds, you have to be really careful because you have to be really precise. So if there's anything that you need to clean up, what I do is take my my concealer brush. Okay, do you see that? It's beautiful. It's a high gloss shine, but yes, it does transfer on your teeth. See what that does? If you put your finger inside your mouth and just kind of gently suck on it, don't be gross. It pulls out all the leftover on the inside of your lips so it does not transfer on your teeth. So I always suggest doing that just to get rid of the excess. Of course, I don't have a tissue, so I got to walk around with my finger like that. And I mean, the color will stay on because this is going to be wicked pain in the ass to wipe off. Anyway, gorgeous, gorgeous shine. They come in a few different shades. But look at that. So this is the premiere of High Key Gloss by Kimchi. So love that. So that's basically my look. What do you think? Is it cute? I think it's cute. I'm going to give it a final spray because I love me some spray. And I'm going to say, have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. Be good to each other and keep on learning. Have a good one. Look at my finger. Bye.